Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining our D6 webinar, Achieving Excellence. So, we will start now our official webinar, and I just want to give a few house rules before we start. So, we can't see anyone and we can't hear you. So, please use the left hand side. You will see there's a chat box, there's questions, and there's handouts as well. So please ask all your questions, talk to us in the chat box, interact during the polls and answer the polls, please. And you can also react underneath with some emojis. So please enjoy the session. I hope you can learn something, and I truly hope you all become these six schools soon. So that's just our house rules. So before we officially start, I would like to introduce our team to you today. So my name is Lindy Potgieter. I am the account executive based in Namibia. And then we also have Dylan, he's based in the UK. We have McDonald, he's based in Zimbabwe. We also have Onalerona, she's based in Botswana. And we have Beverly, who's based in Kenya. And then we have our two superheroes here today as well, who helps us with marketing and all of that. So we have Nelia and Donata as well. Okay, thank you so much. So we can start our presentation and I'll give you a bit of background on D6. Okay, there you can just see all the countries involved in D6. So at D6, we have a firm commitment to helping schools be their best. We have gathered years of experience serving satisfied clients. And as a pioneering force, we were first to develop a desktop app and apps in South Africa, setting the benchmark for innovation in this region. So obviously that's one of our key achievements. And then we also have an operational footprint of 2,500 schools, 3 million parents across South Africa, Middle East, and Africa. Our app was also a runner up in the MTN App of the Year Awards in South Africa. So, as you can see on our world map, we are primarily based in South Africa, but we are all busy expanding internationally. We are also in a lot of African countries, as you heard, where all of my colleagues are based. And then we have new countries such as the UK, the UAE, Egypt, and Uganda, and we hope to take over the world soon. So, what do we offer? So, D6 is by far the best school management system out there, and I may sound biased because I work at D6, but I'm also a qualified teacher and I know how effective the system is and how many schools have benefited from our system. So, we assist you to manage your admin, your curriculum, your finance on our D6 integrated, and then we also have the D6 communicator, which is a payment and communication management system. So, how can we empower your school? How can we empower you to become the best? So, we effectively manage your stakeholders' compliance, specifically DOE requirements, finances, billing, budgets, and communication. So, that's the four modules we have in our D6 Integrate. And then, why choose us? Well, I think there are millions of reasons to choose us, but definitely we are trusted and secure, we are cloud based, we are POPI and GDPR aligned and integrated, and we have never lost any data of any school on D6. So the admin is the heartbeat of our system. And I know as a teacher, there are millions of admin tasks to do daily. So it's a task driven system which will assist you because it will give you a daily to do list. And that will assist you in the following ways. You can upload your student and parent information quick and easy. You can do your online registration for your parents, implement code of conduct easily, load your absenteeism, whereabouts, as well as your learner leave. You can also load your violations and recognitions, and you can use a comprehensive waterfall communication platform, which entails email, SMS, and app to keep your parents engaged, including app payments, voting, calendar events, and even AI Assist. Moving to our curriculum module is developed to empower you as teachers to focus on your passion for education by simplifying your workflow. So you can easily maintain your curriculum and update your curriculum. You can edit your curriculum setup. So that means you can even upload your own subjects assessments such as Bible study or Islamic subjects. CAP School can simply activate the D6 preset on their system. And then moving to one of my favorite features, and that's report cards. So on our report cards, you can edit your report card template. You can upload. You can upload your e-signatures of your principal and your teachers. You can upload comments, and you can send all report cards in bulk emails. You can release marks on the app, and you can download and print all report cards. So that's it from me. You'll see me again later on, but for now, I'll hand over to my colleague in Zimbabwe, MacDonald.
Thank you very much, Lindy. And like what she has said, my name is McDonald Novi, and I'm based here in Zimbabwe. Yes, with regards to all the modules which Lindy has presented to you, I'm going to talk about our integrated finance solution. So with our integrated finance solution, it is our D6 finance module, which is an accounting software in line with the general accepted accounting procedure standards created mainly for schools. We, over 2 decades of experience and also with interacting with different stakeholders within the education sector, we have researched and we have also seen that we have researched and we have also seen most of the benefits with regards to our integrated finance solutions. And the benefits of our D6 finance module includes as schools, you are able to maintain a detailed and up-to-date financial records, ensuring compliance with regulations. You are also able to do your budgeting and forecasting. That is, create and manage budgets, also tracking expenses and financial performance. You are able to do your expense management, that is, control and monitor school expenses. And our module also allows you to do time saving, and also it reduces errors and also improve your cash flows. That is optimizing cash flow management by tracking your receivables and payables. Our modules allows you to increase your financial management and also increase transparency. That is real-time reporting and also financial accountability. And as a school, another important factor is the data-driven. You need to make decisions on real time. That is, so our finance module allows you to do your financial analysis, and you are also able to do your performance evaluation and your cost benefiting analysis. The module is also integrated. It can integrate seamlessly with other D6 school management modules, which includes our administration, curriculum, and our communication. And the most also important factor being the parents and other stakeholders have got access. They can be able to see and to track their payment information either through our communication app or through our web portal. Yes, so our finance, by implementing our finance module, it is a robust and holistic school management finance module where you as educational institution can achieve greater financial efficiency, transparency, and control. And that's ultimately leads to a better decision making and also resource allocation. For now, I'm now handing over to Dylan, who is based in the United Kingdom, to take you through the communication module. Thank you.
Cool. Thanks so much, McDonald. And again, thanks so much, everyone, for joining us today. We do appreciate it. As McDonald mentioned, I'm going to run through what our communicator looks like, just with a little bit of a demonstration. As you can see here, it's essentially what it would look like on your end on the school side. just to be able to obviously communicate, create messages, update calendars, and all of those kind of things. So this is what your standard homepage would look like. As you can see here, we have our school, Dillon School of Arts. You'll also notice it says premium here, which is our top package. We do have multiple packages, obviously each one with its own benefits, depending on which one would suit your school best, but I'll discuss that in a little bit more detail just now. So just to jump straight into it, you'll see here we have our system users. So once we have helped you with implementation, so bringing in all the data, as well as running through training and things like that, so that you understand the app and how to work it, we don't just give it to you and leave you on your own to manage it. We do help you in every way possible. So you'd see here that you have a number of system users roles. So you have your main administrator who has permissions across the board, an administrator, group moderator, and group contributor. And as I say, that's all dependent on the permissions, be it teachers and other staff within the school. And then also with groups, which we'll go through now on how to create a group and why you need them. And you'll see here we have our groups that you are able to create, cricket teams, dance groups, grade 5 class. And so wherever you feel a group would be needed in order to communicate with parents individually without having to broadcast a message to everyone entirely. So for the sake of it, we'll go straight here, and what we'll do is we'll create a group. Very simple. We'll just call it the soccer team group. And then you'll see here you are either able to add everyone or specific individuals within your system. So obviously all the parents that have kids that play soccer. So just for interest's sake, we'll just add everyone there. And we will now create a group. As you can see here, we've got our group with our 5 members, and we now have a new group. And what we'll do is we'll come here, which is obviously the main feature of our communicators, being able to send out messages. And I'm just going to run through some of the features that you get with that. I could take about 3 or 4 hours and show you everything because there's a lot to it. But I'll just show you the basics for now. So what you'll see here is all messages that have been sent out before. You'll see it shows you things, how many people have read the message, and if it's, be it a message that was sent to everyone or just to specific groups, and you're able to just pop in and view the message. So we'll view here a message that was sent out for the grade 7 zoo trip. And you'll see it gives the analytics on how many people have actually read it, as well as how many people haven't read it. And I'm sure you all know there's always those parents that don't always read the messages. And you'll see the distribution that comes out, be it via the app, be it via email, or be it via SMS. It explains it here. And then what you can see is you can also download a report on parents that have read the message, responded to the message, and all of that. So it's always good to be able to keep track of all of that information as you go. And so again, we'll just come back in. What we'll do is we'll create a new message. We will create it for our new soccer team group, and we will call it the soccer tournament. And you'll see here you are able to add a lot to your message. So for now, we'll just put in a basic text just to say soccer tournaments on the, forgive my spelling, 26th of August. And very basic message, as you can see. One of our premium features is having AI assist, which is very useful and time saving. And you'll see here, you have a couple of features in order to either simplify, elaborate, summarize, change your tone, or even improve your message. For now, we'll just say we'll try and improve it. There isn't much to improve because I didn't have too many words there. But we can also elaborate, if you feel you need additional information. And as you can see here, it really adds a lot to the message in order to help you out, and as I say, save a bit of time. And you're able to add, as I mentioned, a lot of other things here. You can add a file if it's needed. You can add a calendar event, but we'll go look at calendars just now and show you that. You can add a form. So if you need to know any information about any of the players, the parents can respond via the form. Or even if you just need something as basic as a vote, which what we'll do is we'll just add that in here, and we'll call it, we'll get the parents to have a bit of a vote on what kits they would like for the tournament. So we'll say the blue kit or the red kit. And you can add, as I say, additional information, images, YouTubes, contacts, payment items for, the countries that we do have payment partners, as well as locations, so where the soccer tournament will be taking place, and any additional links. And you'll see at the bottom here, you can save it as a template. So if it's a message that you are sending out weekly or monthly, you can save it as a template, go into your templates and just resend the message, and it saves you from creating it every single time. So you'll also see here, you have a preview of it. So this is what the parents will see on their side via the app. Be it through their phones. We'll also see that there's a preview of what it looks like on email. And essentially, this is all good for us to continue. And then you'll see here that you can then control the distribution of the message. So whether it's via an SMS, email, or app, there is an additional cost to SMSs. So for the most part, the schools tend to stick with the app and the email. It's free, and for the most part, parents will have the app and emails in order to receive the message. You can either schedule send the message, or you can send it right away. So that is entirely up to you. Oh, sorry, I've lost my message there. Apologies for that. I'll just recreate that quickly so everyone can get a quick reminder of what it would look like. Soccer tournaments, and I won't add the voting or anything like that. We'll just send it through roughly like this, just so you can see what it is like when it is sent. So as I mentioned, we'll deselect that and we will send through as is. And you'll see here now our message has been sent. Obviously, it's just been sent now, so there won't be any information now as in terms of who's read it and things like that. It's obviously just gone through. But as I showed you earlier, you are able to track that and view it as you go. You'll see here we can click on certain parents, and we can view when they've received the message, how they viewed it, and we can also view their responses. And as I mentioned, you're able to download reports on that. So be it something on allergies for this zoo trip, or on what the voting was for lunch. So all of that is downloadable in reports and makes the information easy to manage. And then just moving along to our calendar here. So as I mentioned earlier, you would have seen that you could create an event. But as you see this calendar here, which does sync with the parents depending on the group. So if you have just an overall school calendar with all the parents linked to it, they'll be able to view and see the calendar. And here you can just create anything. So we'll call this the soccer tournament. Creates an event. It'll be a full day event. You can make it a repeatable event. You can also include the address with a location on it, which obviously makes it then easy for the parents to find that location. And then you can either send it in a message to the parents, or you can just create an event. So for now, we'll just create an event, and there you have it. So as I said, these are just a couple of the main features. There's a lot more to it, but unfortunately, we wouldn't have enough time to go through all of it now. So what I would suggest is obviously reaching out to your account executive, and they would be more than happy to give you a full demo on this. And it's also worth noting that we are currently running a special on our white label. So this is where we would design the app according to your school. It would have your name, your logo, your colors, and it would just be powered by D6. So at the moment, we're waiving the implementation fee, and it's a great opportunity to get an app designed, and as I mentioned, in the school name. So that is just the short and sweet of the actual communicator. I'm just going to go back to the presentation here. Okay, there we go. So as I mentioned, this is what the parents' view would be like when it comes to the front end of the app, and how they would see messages and communication going out. So I'm now going to move it along to Ona from Botswana, who's going to take over and run through the client journey with you.
Thank you, Dylan. Good day, everybody. As Dylan stated, my name is Ona Lerona, and I am based in Botswana. I will be giving you a little sneak peek at what our client journey looks like. So usually with our client journey, it starts, for example, it can start today. If you are attending this webinar, we have a pop-up where you can click and we can get back to you and contact you if you want further information. We also tend to have some Google ads running, social media ads running that some schools or principals, teachers click on, and we reach out to them. That way, the journey can also start by me as an account executive, just cold calling or calling a particular school, asking them what type of system they're using, and just introducing our system to them and telling them more about our system. So that's usually the first contact that we have with schools. Even events where we go on events where we're at events and we are networking, that's where we meet other schools. So with the sales journey, it starts that way, where we meet you and then we have a little conversation, be it over the phone, over email, and we set up a meeting. The meeting might be face-to-face if you want it to be, or it can be online, where we can talk further about what your school is looking for and what we offer as a company. And from there, if you are interested, we have, as Dylan has stated before, what we call demonstrations. So we would be able to set up a demonstration of the system to you. It may be to you alone or to you and your board of directors at the school. So that's the beauty about it. And with our demonstrations, we usually factor them in to make sure that we give you key factors of the system, like Dylan just gave you a little piece of the cake of what the communicator looks like. So that's what we usually do, a little bit more in depth than today, but we give you key factors because we also have trainers. Trainers would be more able to train you onto the system when you decide down the line to sign with us. So we give you a demonstration of the system to show you how the system works. And you can then ask us how we can tailor make the system to your school's needs. So for example, McDonald and Lindy mentioned that we have the administration, and we have the finance modules. Your school may be interested in those, or your school may be interested in just having our communicator as a standalone, and we'd be able to factor in what type of tier your school needs, what add-ons on the communicator you'd be able to add. So that's where it starts. So after that, if you're very keen and interested, that's when we can provide you an estimate of what the costing to the system would be, that you'd be able to pay. This is the once-off fees for implementation and data conversion, which I will talk about in a little bit depth. And then it will also give you your annual fees that you'd be paying for the system. After that, happily signing the contract, and then we would be able to move you over to our accounts team, who would be now sending out the invoices to you on how much you'd be paying for the implementation fees and the data conversion. Like I said, implementation fees and data conversion are usually once off. And as Dylan stated, we are now running a promotion where we're waiving the implementation fees on our communicator. So if you're very interested, don't forget to click on the poll so that we can contact you later to tell you further about it. We would be able to waiver that and would be able to load your information onto the system. All we do is give you a template of how you should give us your data, and we put the data into the system for you, and all you have to do is launch the system and you're ready to go. So from there on, this is the implementation process that I'm talking about, where we take your data, like I said, we convert the data that you've given us, we put it into the database, into the system, and we are ready to go and we launch you. But before that, we have the training. Remember when I said we have in-depth training? So here we have people who we have located just for you to train you on the system about what we don't know, because I believe that as the account execs, we know the vital points, but we do not know everything about the system. So they will be giving you a more in-depth view of the system, what the system does and how you can do it. The good thing about the training also is it can be done online, or you can opt to have it done on site. For example, if it's a group school or it's a school that has more than one campus and you want to do it on site, you can opt to have your training done on site, and we can come to you and provide you such training before you launch the system. So after this is done and you're ready and you're launching, we then have the support team that will be able to assist you with everything, training, your queries about this system. If you're having any problems or glitches with the system, these are your people. So every school has its own support person that deals with them. For example, let's say my school has Lindy as support. If I have a query, I send out my email, and then I'll receive a call from Lindy. Lindy will be assisting me with whatever query I have of the system. We put it this way so that it's easy for you to always know. For example, if you have had a problem in the past, Lindy can be able to assist you better, knowing how they've assisted you before. That is why you have your own special person that will be dealing with your school. With that said, this is our little client journey, which can grow further. But this is what we have for you for now, and I will give back to Lindy.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you, team, and thank you everyone for joining our D6 webinar, Achieving Excellence. I really hope you learned something, and I hope we can help you achieve excellence in the future by becoming a D6 school. So just a reminder, there are hands out on your left-hand side. You can download the handouts, and there's also a video. We will also send the recorded video to you of this session. And you can also still ask questions in the chat box. We will stay behind a few minutes more for you to to answer more questions. And so feel free, we will answer all your questions. And then also just a reminder, if you want to contact us, you can contact us at sales@d6.co.za. As you can see on our presentation, you can also see our entire team over there and all the countries the international team are based in. And then again, thank you for sacrificing your Friday afternoon to join us. And I hope we can empower you to become an effective D6 school in the future. And I hope you have a very good weekend. Thank you. We will still be available for questions, so please feel free to ask.